For me, I immediately got into the book right at the beginning. I guess the reason why it caught my eye, just the very first daily growth, it has the year of my birth, and that kind of caught my attention because it kind of going back to what you were talking about in the beginning, how long this has been going on. I mean, it's been going on since well before you talk about 1971, well before that. But that just hit me because I thought about, oh my gosh, I'm being born this year that she's starting to talk about while this is going on, this event that she's referring to in the book. I'm being born, and yet these same things, these same things that we're talking about are still being talked about, still going on. And I'm reading further, as you talk about change and the growth. And I love, I just love your quotes in the book. I told you this the other day when we were talking, the quotes that you picked out for us to share. But it's just, it makes you wonder as you continue to read the book and you continue to read the chapters, you have to ask yourself why. And it's a rhetorical question, is why. Well, and I think everybody has a different answer. Why does this continue to go on, and what's the perspective, what's your viewpoint of why can't it change? And you see this, it's like you get this glimpse of hope for a short period of time, and it seems like everybody is getting close to going in the right direction, or at least a big group seems to be going in the right direction. And I do see a good push right now, a lot of racism and diversity and inclusion and inequality around women and gender and race and ethnicity and all of that discussion. And this is a peak moment, I believe, and a very great moment for you to be writing this book and this topic. Um, but is this that peak again where we come together? And I hope for Cairo's sake, I hope that this is that pivoting moment. But is it? That's my prayer, is, and that's my hope, is that yes, it is. Maybe this is that pivoting moment where we actually climb over and we make it a little further than we've ever made it before, and we can actually come together and we can answer that question a little bit better. But that's just where my mind kept going, is the why. Well, why are we still here? Why are we still here doing the same thing again and again and again? It's just baffling to me that we are in the same place, because most of the time you're supposed to continue to learn and to grow, and it's like we don't. In this We're not growing in this area for some reason. We're not. And it's baffling to me because I don't feel like it should be that much of a challenge. So, but I really, there's a lot of really special moments in this book, and it's very relatable and very uh, easy to pull pieces out of it, because like I said, you have some great quotes in here. And just for anybody who hasn't read the book yet, or anybody watching this in the future that catch it, you have to get the book. It's the quotes and the story just pulls you in.
I'll tell you, I have to reiterate a lot of the stuff that Lisa said. The book is so relatable, and it's an easy read. It's a very heavy topic, but you make it very understandable and very right to the heart. I feel like I was like looking into your soul as you were writing it, and the fact that I think the whole point that we're still at this stage, that we still have to worry about whether or not Cairo is going to have to protest 20 years from now. To me, it's the most ludicrous thing going. This is a clear cut thing. It's not to be, there's no misunderstanding as far as I see it. I don't understand how, like you say certain things in the book about societal, and I love when you're watching the news and somebody says, no, it's not societal or it's not systemic. It is exactly that. And you hit that so clearly right in the beginning of the book. You talk about, an Orwellian society, and it's, you just related that. So, for me, the read is yes, it's heavy, Um, it's a topic that I don't think that I feel bad in a way that you still had to write about it this far in. It should have been written in the past tense. Like, this is what happened back, when I was younger, or this is what my mom had to go through. To me, I just don't understand how we're still at this point where, certain family members that I know have to be read how to behave when the cop stops you. Um, I have my family is a plethora where we run every end of the spectrum in my family, and the fact that my little cousins have to be read a list of rules, and that my other cousins don't have to be, it's just not, it's not fair, it's not right, it's not just. um but I think you bring such a focus to it, and I really hope that, like Lisa said, this brings it to the point where books like yours and movements like Black Lives Matter actually get it to an inflection point where it does change. It has to change. It cannot continue this way. And like I said, a fantastic book. Fantastic.
So I thought it was a great book. I think there's such a need for it because as more people become aware, I mean, I was always one of those people who thought I didn't see color. And I grew up with parents who said, don't you dare think you're better than anybody else. And don't you dare think they're better than you. I mean, that's just kind of how I grew up. But I did see prejudice from so many people. But what I didn't understand still was what you had to deal with, teaching your kids how to deal with police and things like that. So I think it is getting better. I mean, I don't agree that it's the same. I think the more that people put out really good, thought provoking information to get people to think, the better and quicker we can get through this. And I think it's a long time coming. I don't think it's going to happen tomorrow, but hopefully by the time your grandchildren are adults, they could say, my grandmother helped me do this. So God bless you. Thank you for all you're doing. I'm very proud of you and very proud to be a part of your book launch.
For me, from the beginning to the end, it was like I was looking back before I was born until now, because I actually still live in the same exact area that Anita writes about. So when she's talking about the school that she went to, in the field that she stood in, I see this almost on a daily basis, like this area. So I see the changes in how it evolved from when she was younger versus to when I was younger until now that I'm an adult. And I see the changes, and then I see how the area now, it has changed, but there's still people in the area that she writes about that has not changed. So it's a great book. It makes me look at where I live now and where she lived then, and like bring it all together. So the book is a great read. It's very relatable. It's very empowering. And yes, it is a conversation starter on how we can all take a page out of Anita's book and embrace change.
Congratulations, congratulations. I'm so proud of you. I'm so excited for the world to have the opportunity to get their hands on this book. I just felt that you were truly courageous and delicate with taking a topic that plagues this world as we speak and live in today. And you really allowed us to embrace ourselves into the story. And you didn't leave us there. You brought us through the journey of what we can do to add change. And that for me is just beyond powerful. So I'm super proud of you. I'm so excited for this book to not only be here present among people, but go further into communities, go deeper into communities, go into the moms the soccer moms book clubs. This is an eye opener for everyone to have the opportunity to really take off those rose colored lenses and really see the world for what is transpiring and how we live it. So thank you for taking the stand for all of us.